Yo, I talked earlier to my group about the Japanese term Kaizen. And the definition of Kaizen, or the translation of it, is continuous improvement or never-ending improvement. And there's a term out there, if you can, I want you guys to chime in. Practice makes what to you guys?
Practice makes permanence.
Okay, I've heard permanent before, I've heard perfect before, but have you guys ever heard practice makes improvement? All right, so from this day on and this day forward, I want you to now remember this term as practice makes improvement. And in our culture at AWOL, we live by the term Kaizen, which is continuous improvement or never-ending improvement. In order for you to have continuous improvement or never-ending improvement, you have to continuously practice, all right? And I'm saying that to say, I give you homework every week, and that homework is essentially your practice. And if you're not doing the practices, then you're not going to be able to make the improvements. So you guys are here on this call because you've seen some of the fruits of my labor, and that fruit entices you. That fruit shows you that my practices have yielded something that entices other people, that shows them that, hey, this guy he's received something from his labor or from his practices. I want you to understand that you will have, no improvement without practice. When I give this homework, I'm telling you that this will change your life. It's really cool to have a bunch of people on the call, but I will not get emotional fulfillment. I will not get what I'm looking for if I don't get transformations. See, this is my why. My why is so that you transform your mind and body so that you can live the life of abundance. So I give you the practices that's going to lead you to abundance and prosperity. But if you don't do them, then I get no fulfillment because you guys aren't transforming. So it's cool, especially if you're in the same field as me, you'll never catch up. All right. So if you do anything remotely close to what I do and you didn't do your practice, I'm happy you're here. It looks dope on the screen to have a bunch of names and stuff like that. But I'm not happy at the end of the day because you didn't transform or change your life. And then I'm happy again if you're in the same field as me because you'll never catch up to me and take any food off my plate or off my table. And I'm really an alpha, so I love to eat other people's food any way. You know what I'm saying? So have it your way when you don't do the practices. But I know I'm like Michael Jordan. Even though I'm great at this, I still practice more than everybody. So this is going to lead us into this week's King's Court, and I'm going to talk about gratitude. So it's been on my heart, it's been on my spirit, and we've been talking about it in class since last week. And one of the cards that we pulled up were, it was talking about being grateful. And I want to pull up one of these, the affirmation cards that kind of set it off. And I want you guys to take a look at it real quick. It says, I am grateful for all my skills and talents that serve me so well. And when I pulled this card, it led me to think about certain things. And I told everybody that, we all understand these cards and we understand like the words, but in order for us to apply these in our lives, I think we got to have a really deep understanding of some of these words. So I began to break the whole card down, and the thing that jumped out at me was grateful, because I understand skills and talents, and I understand how I cultivate my skills and talents through practice. But grateful was something that, I was wrestling with. It's one of those words where you hear it all the time and people say, I'm thankful and I'm grateful for this, that, and the third. But when some people are trying to increase their quality of life, or change their situation, you don't see a lot of gratitude being practiced. You hear a lot of complaining. You just hear a lot of different things that aren't bringing the stuff into your life that you need. So I went from the word gratitude to gratuity. And when I looked at the word gratuity, I started to think about tips. And when I thought about tips, I started to think about the exchanges that we have in restaurants with servers and waiters and waitresses. And when that happened, I said, you know what? I went back to the card and said, I am grateful for all my gifts and talents that served me well. And I said, damn, the better service I have, right? When something serves me well, the more grateful I am because I leave a bigger gratuity. I leave a bigger tip. So now it's starting to make sense. This affirmation, the card started to make sense. So I said, if that's the case, then that means the more I'm grateful, the more things have served me better. So I said, when I go back to the restaurant and I get the same waiter or waitress, the one that I gave the big tip to last time, they come back and they give me even better service. And I was like, yo, gratitude and gratuity is starting to make sense now. The more I tip, or the more gratitude I have, the more it serves me and the better it serves me. So I said, wow, this is getting interesting. So I wrote down something. So I said gratitude is a multiplier and a magnifier. And it simply meant that, just being grateful for certain things it's like a magnet. And the more grateful you are, the more you'll receive, things to be grateful for. So it all hit me. It all came into play. I was fresh. I probably was maybe 1 or 2 years into my bid. And maybe 2 years at the most. And I got this book by Rhonda Byrne, and it was called The Magic. I want to put this book up on the screen for y'all real quick, so you can check it out. And if you guys want, if you want to cop it, you can, because the stuff I'm about to go into, this helped me change my life, y'all. It helped me change my circumstances. So this book right here that you see on the screen, this is called The Magic. It's by Rhonda Byrne. Rhonda Byrne is the same author that wrote The Secret. Most of you are familiar with The Secret. The Secret was about the law of attraction. She also wrote The Power. The Power was about love. I read that book when I was incarcerated too. The Power, it was about love. And then The Magic. The Magic was all about gratitude. So it was some really cool content in this book. Some stuff that helped me change my life. So when I say, it helped me change my life, because it helped me transform my circumstances and make me look at my circumstances totally different. Remember, when you change the way you look at things, you change the things that you see, right? So what I did was, in this book, she had some exercises that she wanted us to do. And one of them was to write down 10 things that you're grateful for in the morning when you first get up. And basically, you will be starting your day off with gratitude. When you're beginning your day in a state of gratitude, you start to set yourself up to attract more blessings. So basically, we call this exercise counting our blessings. And I'm doing this exercise with our entire community at AWOL. And I said, you know what? I got to extend this to the King's Court, because, if it helped me change my life, then these guys are going to need it too. So just think about it. Here I am. I'm locked up. I'm incarcerated. I'm not sure if I was in the county jail at the time or not, but I could probably tell you. I think this was 2004. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think I might have finally got downstate to the prison. Here I was in darkness. Here I was in a situation where I ain't never did a bid. I'd never been locked up before. Everything is new to me, on this joint. And I'm doing an exercise where the book is telling me that I got to write down 10 things that I'm grateful for every day for the next 10 days. So, no, I'm sorry, for the next 27 days. What I'm doing with the community is just 10 days. But every day I had to write down 10 new things and not the same things. So by the time I got to like day 12, I'm thankful for the free soap that they're giving out. And I had to be in the county somewhere because I didn't give you guys this part of the exercise, but you actually got to write down why you're thankful for. So you say, I am thankful for such and such, right? And then you say why, and then you say thank you, or whatever, right? And I was thankful for the state soap because that's how I was washing my drawers and stuff out in the county with the state soap, and that was like the best soap that I could use to wash my clothes. It would do it real good. I don't know if it had some bleach in it or something. I don't know what it was doing, but it was some good soap for that. So look, some cats been locked up. They shaking their head like, yeah, I did the same thing. You know how you jump in the shower, you still got your boxes on and everything, and you know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Niggas been locked up and shit. Yeah, it's all good, right? So, other people are, their situation not changing because they're not counting their blessings. So starting your day off being grateful for certain things, you're counting your blessings. And you're becoming a magnet for more blessings, right? So, I was being grateful for all kinds of stuff, man. It was just ridiculous. Like, it changed the whole situation. Now you're grateful for the hard bunk that you're sleeping on, right? Because you see some cats that come in, they give them a boat. They ain't even got a bunk. They on I don't know if y'all ever been to overpopulated prisons, right? Some of y'all ain't never been to prisons, but I've been to prison where prison is overpopulated and they give you what you call a boat. And it looks like a canoe with a little mattress inside of it. And it's like you sleeping inside of a canoe. And when it's time for you to get up, you just take that little canoe and slide it under the bed. So you got a 2-man cell with 3 people in it. And y'all ain't going nowhere for the whole day. But I'm thankful for my.
Slept on the floor, on the concrete floor.
I know how. Hey, Mel, I know how it is, baby. I know exactly how it is. So I was thankful when the other cats went to the general population and I got the damn bunk. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I started to be thankful for all different types of things that changed my life. So I don't know what season we're all in right now. Everybody's in different seasons, but when you're in this transition period, counting your blessings is going to be a game changer because it changes your mindset. All right. And that's what this call is all about. It's all about changing your mindset by receiving new information and then taking practical steps, right, to making improvements, right? And when you make those improvements, it gives you a sense of accomplishment. It gives you a sense of empowerment and confidence through those positive steps that are reinforced. So, one more thing, man. Yo, Mel, I was thankful for that little half a pencil. Y'all remember the little half a pencil? When you first get there and all you get is a postcard? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
You get a postcard. You can basically get the indigent package. Like, you ain't got nothing no money on your books. Don't nobody know where you at right now. You know what I'm saying? And they give you the little half a pencil. They give you the postcard. And you know what I mean? And this is where you get a chance to describe somebody and let them know, yo, I'm still living. Here, this is where I'm at. I need $40 on my books so I can get me some deodorant and this, that, and third, some toothpaste, right? And then, put something on my phone and then I can reach out and get some more money. So I was thankful for the postcard and the little pencil and all that shit, man. I'm telling you, gratitude can go a long way. It's a multiplier, man. But look, I want to move a tad bit further with being grateful because there was a couple other things that we had to do. And there was a lot. So My books now, Mel, right? At the end of all my chapters, I have basically practical applications. At the end of each chapter with Prisoner Prosperity, I have what we call the prosperity practices, right? At the end of the 7 levels of discipline, I have conscious living practices. And, you know, I'm a stickler for practices because that is where you improve your skills or your talents or your gifts or your life through those practices. Now, there was another practice that was tied to the end of to the end of your day while you were doing this. So we moved on, and then she told us to go get like a magic rock, right? And I don't know how the fuck I got a rock, man. I don't know if this was the county or it was downstate. I don't know, but at the end of each evening, we were supposed to hold a rock in our hand, keep it next to our bed, and hold this rock and state one thing that that you were thankful for that day. It was like the best thing that happened to you that day that you were thankful for. And what happens is you start to go through your mind and think of all the good stuff that happened that day. So can you think about it if you're starting your day, you know, with gratitude and counting your blessing, but you're ending your day with gratitude, with being a magnet. So you know how I told you guys to start your day with the audio books, so that you could program your subconscious mind. It's the last thing on your mind, the first thing on your mind, and stuff like that. So here you see the same principle coming up again, because you're starting your day off counting your blessings to attract more blessings and more gratitude, right? And then you're ending your day with gratitude so that you go into the next day with gratitude already in your spirit. So you see how the same things are coming up again and again and again. And if you started to do this with the audiobook, you would begin to get that sense of accomplishment. You would get that confidence and you would get that empowerment. And that would lead you to do this practice that much more, quicker, right? It would say, you know what? I'm going to try that because I relate to that information that he gave me. And when he gave me, it started to change my life because I did those practices. But if you're not doing those practices, then now this is like new information that you're getting bombarded with the first time. And you're like, man, this dude is on some weird. I'm not picking up no rocks and taking them in my house and all this other type of stuff. So that's cool, right? But all I know is, what I accomplished in the last couple years, I attribute it to these practices. You hear what I said? I attribute it to these practices. All right, so that was one of them was waking up in the morning, 10 things that you're grateful for, right? For the next 10 days. Everybody jot that down. That definitely is your homework this week. I do not want to hear that you didn't jot down 10 things and all that different type of stuff. I know what you got coming. You don't want to do this homework. Now, the second thing is, and I'm making y'all homework more extensive than the AWOL community's homework because, we need to claim our spots back and our thrones back. So, like, I really want you guys to be on top of your game. So you guys are getting 3 parts of homework and they only got 1. All they got to do is write down 10 things and 10 different things for the next 10 days. But y'all got to write 10 things down. Y'all got to go get a rock so you can hold on to the rock at the end of the night and think about the best part of your day. And the third one is, I want you to think about 3 of your closest relationships, right? 3 of your closest relationships. And I want you to write down 5 things that you're most grateful about each of those people.
Three of the closest people, 5 things?
Yeah, yep. 3 of your closest relationships, and you're going to write down 5 things that you're grateful for. Now, listen, I want to go a little step further with those relationships. And this is hard. This is going to be hard. With those 5 things that you write down, everyone that you say you're grateful for, I want you to say why. All right? Like, you know, I say I'm grateful for my marriage with my wife, but I want people to write down why are you grateful for your marriage, you know, with your wife. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
What this does is it magnetizes everything you want and you need and brings it to you. It makes everything come to you by tapping into that vibrational state. And that's why I think, that's why I believe and know that she started with the law of attraction. See, she started with the law of attraction so that you can understand the state of, you know, vibrating on different frequencies and drawing things to you, so that now when we got into something more particular, a more particular subject, and whatever it is you want to manifest, you know, you were able to already understand the certain ground basic principles. But I guarantee y'all, man, listen, in 2 weeks, you're going to be in a totally different state. I'm telling you, you're going to be vibrating on a frequency that attracts whatever it is we put in that why statement, whatever it is we put down on that goal pyramid. And if you did that homework, this stuff is going to magnetize everything that you've been seeking to this point. I'm telling you, look. If it was phone calls, if it was commissary, if it was visits, if it was letters, those things were magnified at that time because of my appreciation for the people that were still riding with me, for the people that were checking on me, for the people that were sending me money orders, for the people. Does that make sense, right? You know what I'm saying? Some people are just like, man, fuck them motherfuckers, man. They show up, fuck it. They come, you know what I mean? Woo, woo. I wasn't like that. I was just like, yo, I'm grateful. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people got texts from me today. I was just like, yo, I appreciate you. Like, everybody if anybody called me or texted me today, I sent y'all the video, and then I told you I appreciate you. So, you know, I just know that gratitude, I know it's a multiplier, man. This is going to be some good stuff. I kid you not. I can't make this stuff up. I was talking to Mike earlier, and he went to Jersey. They had a death in the family, and he rode with his son. It's actually on his son's mother's side, and he still, you know, drove with his son all the way to New Jersey. Mike, can you just share a little bit with the call? If you can hear me right now, Mike, if you could share with the people that experience of gratitude.
Yeah, so like he said, I went to Jersey, and I was riding down the street, and I was thinking about what we were talking about over the weekend, and I was just feeling like grateful for everything that happened. And so I was riding past the street, and I just decided to turn. And like he said, my friend, he lives in Georgia now, and his parents, I didn't know if they were home or anything. I just decided to go by there. So I went by, and what I told them was I was just grateful that they were in my life. They were like second parents to me. They were the parents that I always, you know, aspired to be, because they came to every game. They were the parents that made sandwiches. They were the parents that picked us up from practice. They were the parents that went to the faraway games. It was cold. It didn't matter. And it really didn't stop. And the crazy part about it is, me and my boy, we went to different colleges. And he went to Keene College, and I went to Union County College. And we both played sports. And one day I look up, and they're at my game at Union County College.
Wow.
And knowing that their son played at Keene, and, you know, they just still would support me through college.
That's awesome.
That just inspired me to be super on it. And yeah, I made all of Mike's games, every last one of them. I never missed a game until he was in college, and he's starting, he didn't play. So I was like, yo, if you ain't playing, I ain't coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how that went down. But I was just extremely grateful for them, like all through school, supporting me and just making me into the person that to aspire to be great in something. And they were great at it. So that's what's up.
Yo, that's awesome, man. Everybody jot this down for me real quick. Just grab your pen. All right, anything that reminds you to be grateful is helping you turn your life into gold with gratitude. I say anything that reminds you to be grateful is helping you turn your life into gold with gratitude. And see, I read this book before. I know y'all like this. I read 1 million books. Like, I read this book called The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho. Y'all heard that one? Y'all heard that one before, right? The Alchemist. All right, so The Alchemist, right? Mental alchemy or alchemy period is turning a base metal into precious gold, right? And what I got from this book was that I could transmute my thoughts. I could take, a regular thought or a bad thought, and I could turn it into a higher thought, the highest thought. And I could, because it would be mental alchemy now. And I could basically conceive anything that I wanted through thought. And here we are now with gratitude. And we're changing our life through gratitude by magnetizing, right, our situation, by taking our thoughts, making them magnets so that we can attract whatever we want into our life. And here we are, look, doing mental alchemy, changing what we're thinking now and turning our life into gold through thoughts, through gratitude. Is this some awesome stuff or what? Like, you gotta love me, Coach Lynch, just for doing the practices. Had I not, done these practices and stuff like that, then, I wouldn't even be sitting here being able to break down 2 or 3 books in 15 minutes time, where it's going to take you 2 and 3 weeks and 2 and 3 months to read one of the books. And then you might not even get the comprehension and understanding that I got from it. I just took the kibbles and bits real quick and I feed it to you real quick so you can be nourished and grow. But I had to go without commissary to get somebody to send me a book so I could get this knowledge. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Sometimes we had to pick and choose, right? If somebody had 20 or 30 or $40 for us, it's like, yo, do you want them to send that so you can get oodles and noodles, or do you want this, the alchemist, or you want the magic, or you want the power, or you want the secret? See, my boy got the book right there. That's my man Trevor. Trevor did 10 joint. What you did? 10 joint? 12?
8.5.
8.5 joints. Like, I respect everybody that, no matter what circumstances and situations that they've climbed out from. And I'm doing what I do today because I want to help people climb out of their situations. Nobody really has to go to prison to be in prison. So, I want you guys to kind of really take serious when I'm giving you this stuff. I know I act like an asshole sometimes, and it's because, like, I really want you to get this shit, man. Trust and believe that I paid the tuition for the School of Hard Knocks for all of you. Trevor's paid the tuition for the School of Hard Knocks, so that my boy Trent has paid the tuition. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of us, we paid some tuition, so you ain't got to pay that tuition. So, if call me Robert Smith. James Penn, you know Robert Smith, right? The guy that paid, he's a black billionaire, and he did the speech at, was it Morehouse or something like that? And then after his speech, he wound up paying for everybody's, he paid all his student loans.
Yeah. I saw it on some social media, so yeah.
Yeah. So,
in the crowd.
yeah. So he paid their student loans, man. He basically wiped out their debt. Do you know how grateful those kids are who graduated from Morehouse that year for whoever picked him to be the commencement speaker, and then for him to be gracious enough to forgive them of their debts because he's a billionaire? Like, I know that they have some type of gratitude to that man, right? So now I want you to think of somebody like me being Robert Smith, and I'm telling you that I paid your debt for you, right? And I know y'all like, yo, this dude sounds cocky or something like that. Nah, look, our parents went through things so that we wouldn't have to go through them, and some of us still did this shit anyway, right? Then look, the price got steeper. So I did more time in prison than my pop did. But if I listened, and I would have did, understand what I'm saying? Because the price is heavy, man. I actually got Robert Smith, Oprah Winfrey, and Jay-Z right above my doorway right here. That's Billionaires Row, y'all. That's the black billionaires. Yo, if I look up and I get stuck with writer's block or thinking or something like that, I look up, yo, these cats got billions of dollars. What I'm doing stuck? I look up and see $1 billion, I gotta hustle. I ain't playing. Shit, I bet you a thought will come to my mind, I can jot it down then. I write down a whole chapter after I look up at them. They getting it. Huh? I'm thankful for somebody getting $1 billion so I can look and run after they chase them, man. Shit. I'm grateful for that. But let me run this homework down to y'all real quick. So y'all gonna write down 10 things that you're grateful for the next 10 days. They're gonna be, 10 different things. That means in 10 days, you'll have 100 things on the list. All right? You will have 100 things on the list. Now, you're also going to get your rock. And I know it's weird and it sounds weird and all that other, but I guarantee you, the person that gets the fucking rock, look, your life is going to be a little bit different than the person that's like L and that rock. All right? The last thing I wanted to see when I went and got a rock was a rock because I got locked up for rocks. But I went and got a rock anyway. And the shit changed my life. All right? I don't know, y'all. I'm just trying to figure this shit out. Why you got a block? Why you don't want to get no rocks when I got locked up for owning blocks and rocks? Y'all got blocks and rocks, and I got locked up for blocks and rocks, and y'all still up with the rock and the block. Y'all don't want to rock the block. Man, that shit. All right, listen. You know I'm burnt out, man. I did a year in the box, man. So, you know, I'm up the game.
Right now, fool.
You got your rock? See, that burnt out too. He did some time in the box. All right, listen. You're going to get your rock, and you're going to state what you're most grateful for that day. It's going to make you focus on the good stuff that happened that day. It's going to make you draw good stuff to you every day because now you're like, you know what? I need something good to happen because I got to grab my rock later on tonight and I got to state what happened good. Trust me, it's going to be some good shit that happened. Imagine being in darkness. Imagine being locked up. Imagine being in a cell where you ain't even fucking moving, but you're like, I got to do this exercise, so something good got to come today. And then next thing you know, somebody gave you 2 trays or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, the orderly slid your extra tray. Like, yo, homie, you got some more eggs in there, man? I'm hungry. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for the extra tray from the cop orderly. All right, yo, so look, the third thing is you're going to write down your 3 closest relationships, right? And write down 5 things that you're grateful for in those relationships. Remember, that's 5 things each person too, all right? And here's the hard part with that one though. You're going to write down why, you're grateful for those 5 things. That's going to be tough. And, yo, if y'all don't do, no homework, if you don't do all of the homework, just at least do the 10 things, man. I'm telling you, once you change that state, you change that emotional vibrations. I want to open the floor up for anybody to talk, anybody to say anything, anybody to ask questions, anybody to ask me a question. I love answering questions, y'all. I truly do. Somebody talk to me.
I got one. What are you most grateful for right now?
Right now, I'm most grateful for my biological daughter on her way. Me and my wife are 43 years old. My wife had an ectopic pregnancy, right? And they told her that she would not be able to conceive a child after only having one fallopian tube. So that makes me grateful for the 10 years that I spent in prison, because I had some super sperm to still get her pregnant after with one fallopian tube. He said the ball be drawn. King, don't that make sense, no?
That makes sense, man. That makes sense.
Hey, it makes sense. Yo, listen, it ain't happened to me, it happened for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Now the legacy is on its way, man. What about you, James Penn? What are you most grateful for right now?
I'm most grateful for opportunity. Of course, always, grateful for the family, and the list is long. But right now, man, I was just looking at some things in business today, and I've already surpassed what I earned last year in the first 3 quarters. I mean, like, significantly. I'm about 25% more than what I did last year, the whole year.
Awesome.
And tomorrow I got to start the whole 4th quarter. So, I have some opportunity in front of me right now to, even surpass that, man. So I'm grateful for opportunity.
That's awesome, man. Real quick, y'all, opportunity is sometimes missed because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. A lot of us, we don't know what opportunity looks like. A lot of us are scared of opportunity because it looks like work. Everything ain't going to be prepackaged and delivered, the way you expect it to look. And it's going to take some polishing. It's going to take some things that Mel, you looking like a 15-year-old over there. They done cut the whole beard off, the hair, everything. They look like he about 12. He getting ready for the fight. So I always wondered why they cut the beard off before the fight. Is that was that mess up something? What's going on with why they be cutting always Adrian Broner always got a big beard, and then right before he fight, he cuts his beard off.
Yeah, for me, it's more like it's a mental thing. I kind of get in. You ever had like a moment where you was just grinding, and it's more like when you wear the same clothes for a couple days.
Oh yeah.
Into your grind.
Oh yeah, I think I got you.
You kind of get stuck into that mindset. Yeah. Now, when I go into training camp and I really get ready for the fight, I don't really try to look at imaging and all of that. I just kind of let everything go. I don't get a haircut or nothing. Like, my old lady had to really be on my back to even get me to get a haircut. So the beard was just kind of like, it was easy to manage. And I literally been feeling like I've been in training camp for about a year. So that's why my beard got so long.
Okay.
But I really wear the clean look like this anyway. So now that this fight camp, really the work's been put in for the fight. So now I can kind of relax a little bit. So that's kind of where it came from.
Yeah, if y'all get a chance, man, Mel is fighting in Virginia on the 5th, October 5th. That's Saturday night.
North Carolina. Yanceyville, North Carolina.
Oh, it's Yanceyville. It's Yanceyville? All right. Still far as
yeah, it's about an hour. It's about a solid hour. Bro.
It would been better if we'd have went to Virginia. Yeah, y'all check my man out, man. We're going to make sure that we go and support him on the 5th. Somebody else, give me something real quick, man. What you most grateful for? Who got some grateful stuff over there?
Yo.
Coach Mike, talk to me.
I'm grateful for Coach Lynch Hunt, that really pours into us on a daily basis. Corrects the wrongs, strongly and sometimes pulls you to the side, if need be. But the type of correction that has allowed for me to advance my whole style of training, even with the older population. By the way, I got my Y set up too. I got that straightened out.
Yeah. Not just the training though. You got a house, you got a car, you got your whole shit. This mother got not telling you what to do with the training. About no training. You got paying child support. Got a through
all of that. Look, I was able to get into a house in 20 days. I was able to, get in the car that I like. I was able to just solidify the things that were loosened in my life that I needed to tighten up on. And that's one of the things that I'm grateful for, is you pushing me to tighten up.
Yeah. You got a bank account.
Yo. Anything. I'm grateful for Lynch, man. Let me live on that.
He said, let me live. Somebody else talk to me, man. What you got? I appreciate you, Mike, man. You all right, man. You let me talk to you every day. So, I definitely appreciate you, man. I'm grateful for you too, man. Who else? Somebody give me something, man. Council, what the hell you grateful for?
Just the opportunity to right wrongs.
Okay.
That's the best way I can put it.
All right. I like that. Who else? Somebody else.
I'd say, yeah, I'm grateful to be amongst all you brothers, especially you, Lynch, you know what I mean? And I'm growing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew to a level, of course, being behind the walls, man, you do a lot of self-reflection and, you know what I'm saying, put your mind at who you are, where you want to be at in life, and you just ready to get out and tackle it. And I'm just grateful, you know what I'm saying, to be amongst you brothers, man, and especially you for, because I know that you can assist me in getting to where I'm trying to go, you know what I mean? I'm grateful, man. I listen to you and I participate in assignments. I hate that my damn school is acting crazy, but it's all good.
He said,
I'm gonna be back.
You thankful? Hey, you grateful for that scooter? Be grateful for that scooter. Put that shit on the list. Be grateful for that scooter. Yo, listen, I got one for you. You better be grateful for Ashley with an I for sending you that book while you was in prison.
No, check it out. She didn't even send me the book. I had a homeboy. Look, you had sent the book to his mom. I gave the book to his mom. And you signed it and everything, and she was sending it to her son. Matter of fact, you wrote his name in and everything, like, congrats, keep your head up, Daryl. His name was Daryl Johnson. That was his name. And I walked past the day room table one day, and I'm like, I had just got finished reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So I walked past the table and I see that book. It was the one with the why, the why plan and all that. So I opened up the book. I look at the book and I'm like, yo, what's that? And he's like, this is a book my mom sent me. I ain't read it yet, but shit, bro, you can get it because I be diligent when it comes to studying. So he's like, yeah, bro, go ahead. I know you ain't gonna bullshit. You gonna read it. So boom, I read it. I'm like, yeah, I like that. I'm like, I wrote down a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So boom, time go on. Actually, mind you, she been telling me about, you. But I'm thinking, it's a young dude. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, my mentor, and he been, boom, boom. I'm like, cool. So time go on, probably like 2 years after I done read the book, and I'm talking to my sister, and she like, she say something. She's like, yeah, you need to be focused on your why, like what are you gonna do and this and that. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Like, it sound like she was saying a lot of stuff that sound familiar to the book that I had read. I'm just like, yo, like, she like, yeah, my mentor. I'm like, hold on, his name Lynch. She like, yeah, oh my God, how you know? I'm like, girl, I done read that book. I done took notes out and everything. That's what helped cultivate me getting where I'm at now.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait to get out of me, huh? Yeah.
And now you're part of but now you're part of the community and everything. So you attracted all that stuff to you. Yo, the sky's the limit, man. Like that's the universe conspiring to assist you. At the moment of commitment of reading that book, everything starts to come into play, man. You make sure you write down them 10 things, man. Who else? Somebody itching to get in. I see it's Rob wanna go. I see you, Rob.
I'm gonna get my real quick. Now I'm grateful for all the kings, especially you, Lynch. I ain't gonna gas you up, they gas you enough. But you've been my mentor, you've been my dog since I was young, 18, 19, and you've helped me a lot of ways. I'm really, really grateful for opportunity right now. I enlisted in the military when I was 17 in the debt program. Had to get my mom to sign papers. She really didn't want to sign them. My father had to sign papers. Long story short, I got kicked out And that opportunity has represented us, or has come back and presented itself again. So now I'm about to go into the Navy, go to school for exercise science, go to grad school for occupational therapy, and then do the officer program. So opportunity and blessing.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. Proud of you, Rob, man. Proud of you, gang banging tattoo. Coach Alex, I see you trying to jump in there, man. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, so what up, Kings? So I'm over here, I'm walking around my complex and
Stressing.
think about everything.
Stressing.
I ain't stressing, man. It's just I'm not only thankful, I'm grateful. So first of all, I'm grateful for AWOL Fitness, right? So that's an extension of you. If anyone doesn't know, I've been training at AWOL Fitness for close to 4 years. I had to think about that, like close to 4 years. And as I reflected on that, I've become a better person because of AWOL Fitness. If anyone doesn't know, I have a baby on the way, like due any day now, so I'm grateful for that as well. I proposed to my now wife in AWOL Fitness. I had my gender reveal at AWOL Fitness. So everything about AWOL Fitness has made me a better person, has made me a better husband. If anyone doesn't know, our mission statement basically says we increase the overall quality of life through our clients, through our holistic approach to training. So holistic, basically, not only physically, but mentally. We're transforming lives. And before I could transform someone else's life, I had to transform mine first. And AWOL Fitness, man, I'm telling you, when the world wakes up and see what AWOL Fitness is about, because the world is going to see, we're going to change lives inside and out, man. And AWOL Fitness, I'm telling you, man, I can't express it enough. What it's done to me, my family, what I got coming to me, because I know it's coming. It's law. It's the law of attraction. It's everything. And it's all because of AWOL Fitness. And I can't express how grateful I am for that, because I know what's coming in the future. Like, I know what's coming to me now, and I also know what's coming. I'm not rushing the process. I enjoy transforming lives for a limit. I wake up every day at 2:45. I thank the Lord for waking me up in the morning. And then I tell myself, I'm going to transform someone's life today. And that kind of thinking, that kind of motivation to wake up and figure out my why. 2:45 every morning, man. Like, I'm telling you, it's early, but then again, I'm on a mission. I'm hungry. And that hasn't been woken up by anyone other than AWOL Fitness. I'm telling you, that mentality has not been in me without AWOL Fitness. Like, anybody, like through sports, anything I've done in life, yeah, I've been hungry, but hasn't shown. So I've also learned that you don't lead by position, you lead by the way you live your life. I live a whole nother different way now because of AWOL Fitness. I keep saying AWOL Fitness because that itself is going to be said around the world one day. I'm saying it right now because nothing in life is like AWOL Fitness. Nothing. And I'm grateful for that.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. Come on, somebody else. I want to hear from somebody else, man. We almost done.
Yeah, I'm grateful for my wife and my child, my daughter, man. You know, it was my rocks, man. I just had my daughter is about to turn 1 year old, October 27th.
Hey,
my wife was riding with me, rode my bed with me. I couldn't ask for a better person in my life in my corner, man. So, yeah, that's my rock, you know.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you. Who else on there, man? Josephus, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Josephus. I'm grateful for today's struggles. I'm grateful for today's struggles and the answers that followed. And today was a tough day for me, coming off a short vacation, coming in, running back into the office, and being slapped by problems from a couple of different angles. But the answers came. I'm thankful for God for that, and for the resiliency in which has been developed and cultivated and developed through these processes, through these talks, through being around men like you guys, and the King's Court, and some other guys and whatnot. So yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Thank you, Dro. Appreciate you. I'm thankful for your non-count too. I seen somebody else wanted to jump in there right when Dro jumped in. Y'all want to get that off real quick before we sign off? Akeem the Dream, talk to me, boy. Go ahead.
Yeah, so everybody's, you know what I mean, they wise and they purposeful. You know what I mean, the gratitude is real. So mine is, I'm thankful for my grandmother actually passing away to show me my purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my grandmother passed away from Alzheimer's disease a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And I found a picture of her gardening. So now that's what I do. I do farming. I teach children how to farm and garden and everything like that. So in the midst of all that pain and all that darkness, you know, I found a light. So I'm grateful for that.
Hey, that's awesome, man. That is really awesome right there. Salute.
Appreciate that, Coach. Salute you.
Who else over there?
What's up, Coach?
What's up, Sykes?
Hey, man, I'm grateful for you. This is why I know everybody's saying they're grateful for you, but I'm grateful for you because continually everything pour into me. No matter what the circumstances or consequences, and you know with me and you, it's like pulling teeth bars for you, for me, dragging me along the whole way. So I'm very grateful for you continually pouring into me and making me a part of everything that you're doing to be a better person. And I'm thankful for that.
Thank you, man. I'm thankful for you being on the 24-man indictment, the second one on the pyramid.
Yeah.
Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. I know somebody else wanted. Is that Ty Lawson? Who the hell is that right there? You gonna say something? You got everything to say on the damn text. Go ahead, Ty.
What's up, Coach? Yeah, man. I'm actually just thankful for influences, man. Like positive influences. Like I'm seeing them increase, not only in my life but in the life of my sons, which is powerful to me because that's what I strive to be for them, but also strive to make sure that they have it, that they're surrounded by positive influences. So I'm thankful for that. Because the more that increases, the more I know that they will continue to seek and attract those type of influences. You know, considering how those negative influences can deter us at a young age and cause us to do certain things when we're really not mindful of those for what we're doing. Just thinking about how those positive influences have the opposite effect of those negative influences. So I'm just thankful for this platform being a positive influence and those positive influences that I'm attracting and exposing my boys to.
Yo, I appreciate that, man. Like everybody, I totally am grateful for you all for one, allowing me to pour into you, for trusting and believing in the philosophies and teachings of, AWOL Fitness, Coach Lynch, the community, the things that my wife has created with Lady A. You guys are, entrusting your families and your wives to be a part of this stuff. Man, we just truly appreciate and are grateful for everything that, you guys are welcoming us to do. We just collectively counted our blessings. And, there's a lot of energy that surrounded those blessings that you guys just all, put out there. You should feel significantly better and happier after each time you count your blessings. All right. And how good you feel is a measure of how much gratitude you just felt. So, every person saying AWOL Fitness and Coach Lynch and stuff like that, that stuff was making me feel super good, man. And that feeling was gratitude. And you guys were able to let me feel gratitude in the flesh by stating that stuff. So I appreciate you if you came on and you actually stated something, man, that's going to give me energy that you guys don't even know. Like you just put like some extra batteries in my back. shit like that, even though, I keep a power pack with me, you feel me? I keep a power pack. Hey, listen, man, look, I got to get ready to sign off. I've been on this joint for an hour and 20 minutes, man. Y'all know what your homework is. 10 things every day for the next 10 days. Remember, that's going to be 100 things. You're also going to write down, you're going to get your rock. Right? And you're going to get your rock. You're going to put it next to your bed. At the end of every night, you're going to put your rock in your hand. My man got his rock. Trevor got his rock. And you're going to state that one thing, the best thing that happened to you that day, the thing that you're grateful for that day. And then you're going to write down your 3 closest relationships, and you're going to write down 5 things that you're grateful for with each of those 3 people. But the key to that one, the kicker to that one is, why are you grateful for those things? All right. Now, I know it sounds like a lot of homework, and it is, but gratitude is considered a magic power, y'all. And if you want the magic power of gratitude to take place in your life, then listen, or want it to multiply and magnify things in your life, you will do these practices, all right? So look, until next week, 7 o'clock, look, same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to be here to change somebody's life, man. The King's Court, man, is going down. I'll see y'all on the next one.